I was born on a mountainside.
Just keep both hands on the camera.
I was born on a mountainside. Yes, guys, it is your review of Prison Break Season 4. It was billed the final season, but obviously since then they've brought out a fifth one, so it's not really the final season. But in large parts, it does feel like it, because obviously it was intended. I guess they did leave the door open. But yes, a lot of people think it's the worst season. For me, I definitely see why people can think that, but for me, it's like, I think 3, right, is probably executed better. But for me, season 3 is just like, it's just Sona's pish. It's just not that good. Like, yes, the concept of all the 3 guys, like all the 4 guys, like, you know, like enemies and all, like Bellic, Mahone, Teabag, Michael being in this prison, a new prison, completely different to Fox River, right? You've got Lincoln on the outside with Sucre, and, you know, the introduction of, like, Gretchen and the General and shit, but, well, like, General's in it a bit more, but again, it's kind of, you know, like, season 4, I'll admit, it is a bit of a clusterfuck, but it's like a cool clusterfuck, you know, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I don't think season 4 is that bad, guys. But anyway, we kick off season 4 with Michael basically on the hunt for Gretchen and Whistler. Meanwhile, we have Teabag, who has been revealed. He burnt down Sona. Him, Sucre, and Bellic have escaped. And all the other jobber prisoners. So yeah, Bellic and Sucre get arrested. Meanwhile, Teabag, though, he's basically on his journey to extract revenge on Michael Schofield and Gate. The big bird book. You're into birds? Not exactly. Because Teabag is, but Michael, well, Wentworth Miller ain't, right? That's the bottom line there. But I feel like they tried to cram, like, 10 episodes that they couldn't get done with season 3 into, like, the pilot. Because, like, Whistler dies, and then, like, we've got basically Michael getting arrested, Lincoln getting arrested, and shit like that. You know, and then basically, they meet Don Self. We get introduced to Don Self. Mahone's then fired in as well to all this shit. He was driving about Gretchen. So, and then basically we get our dream team. Also, Sarah's alive, guys, and the whole objective here is to bring down the company. We basically get a series of heists so they can get the cards for Scylla. You need 6 of them. Also, Roland, introduced to him, who's the hacker of the group. He's a bit pish, but all in all, I mean, it does feel a bit like the concept does feel a bit like fucking batshit crazy, considering, like, if you're used to, like, you know, like the first season, like, I think, like, the first and second seasons, like, they do feel like not that they're basic, and not basic in a bad way. It's just like this. It's like so, like, overcomplicated half the time and retarded. You know, it does feel like a bit of a mess. And points, like, but yeah, we've got Teabag, legit businessman Teabag this season, which I think is absolutely fucking brilliant. Anyone who's going to argue that, I think you need shot. You know, basically, like, even if you don't like this season, Teabag fucking carries it with his whole fucking legit businessman thing. Like, we've also got the death of Bellic, which is pretty sad, and there's another thing I'm going to blame or like have a go at. Like, they don't kill off nearly enough people. They don't, like, yes, the General dies, you know, Michael, you know, Bellic's dead, their mother ends up dying. Oh, why, she's alive, guys, she works for the company. Surprise, surprise. But it's like the show has, like, a fear, like, of killing off people, like you expect. Like, I don't know, like, season 1, they kill off quite a few. Season 2, I mean, the first couple of episodes, fucking, you know, you've got Veronica dying, you've got, Abruzzi dying, you've got Tweener dying, you know, other people dying. Like, season 1 at the end, you've got Charles dying, you know, Nick dying, all these people. And then, but, like, season 4, like, a lot of them feel like they just have, like, an invincibility cloak around them. Like, I get it, they're never really going to kill the brothers, right? And I actually like the fact that C-Note disappeared, because I think his arc was a very nice ending in season 2 when, like, he just, you know, left with his family. He finally was able to be free and shit. But, like, and I like Sucre, don't get me wrong, but I feel like maybe he could have potentially have died, you know? And, like, Gretchen, they don't even kill her this season. Like, could she not have died? You know, even, like, Self fucking survives, albeit in a wheelchair and in a vegetated state. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really know what the fuck's going on there, you know? But I feel like the show definitely could have killed more people off. It didn't. I mean, we've had 5 seasons. In season 5, I mean, Kellerman died. But again, like, with Kellerman, it was such like a lackluster death. Like those two jobbers that worked for Poseidon killed him. You know, not exactly star power. But yes, guys. Also during all this, Michael's like his brain tumors reappearing that his mother had. By God. And then, yeah, basically, it turns out they get Scylla, they manage to escape, the General's no happy, Teabag and Gretchen basically get screwed here, they end up killing Teabag's boss that worked in the Hing, which is pretty funny, just those two carrying MP5s running about the fucking office block. I loved all that shite. Teabag's wee speech about Bellic, that was pretty good as well. But yeah, it turns out Don Self has done a heel turn and he's trying to sell Scylla. And then it turns out who he's trying to sell it to is the guy who lost, the guy with the light. And then it turns out the other guy who's trying to sell it to is the other guy who lost, but it turns out he's just working for Veronica Schofield, who is still alive. Meanwhile, Michael gets his life-changing surgery at the hands of the company. He's then saved by Sarah out in that fucking house, and then basically we've got the General demanding Scylla, so he puts together a team of Mahone, Self, Gretchen, Teabag, and Lincoln. But yeah, disaster of a team. But well, guys, you can only work with what's in front of you. It's funny that like Teabag's like can be really stupid, but Lincoln, like you see, if Lincoln doesn't have like his brute force, he's got fuck all, man. He really, really does, you know. And that's about the bottom line there. But yeah, we get some great scenes with the whole Indian embassy. We've got Teabag handcuffing himself there. Then we've kind of got Lincoln going against Michael in terms of getting Scylla. Then that guy gets flown in. Looks like Michael has him. No, Lincoln has him. They interrogate him. General shows up. He then goes to kill Don Self. I told you if you fucking double cross with me, boys. Don Self jumps out the window. They all had leverage against him. Veronica then shoots Lincoln. And then basically Michael has to make a choice between Sarah and Lincoln. And again, it's like with Teabag here. Teabag's going to rape Sarah, but he's erectile. He doesn't work down there, right? So like, would that not have been the perfect time for Michael to finally kill Teabag? I love Teabag, right? He's fucking great. You never really want the guy to die, but realistically, the guy had to die at some point. Here, he's going to rape Sarah, who's pregnant, albeit he didn't know. I mean, doesn't excuse the fucking rape, you know. And Michael doesn't kill him. Oh, come on. Oh, but I'm not a killer. But he'll happily fucking make bombs for jobber fucking company agents to die. But the guy who he's like literally hates the most in the world, he won't kill him, you know. Then the final showdown for Scylla. Sucre and C-Note show up. Because we're working with Paul Kellerman, brother, and we can get you boys together with Scylla. We can all be exonerated. Meanwhile, yeah, Mahone's kid get killed and then he killed Wyatt. Probably should have mentioned that. Roland also gets killed by Wyatt in that whole ordeal as well. But yes, we get the final showdown. Veronica Schofield shows up. She shoots Michael, but Sarah lays the smackdown, kills Veronica. They escape with Scylla. Everyone's exonerated. Teabag's no exonerated, which is pretty funny. Yeah, and then basically we get the ending. A bit of a time skip. And then it turns out Michael actually died. We thought he would have survived, but he died. And then that is how Season 4 ends. But oh wait, no it isn't, because we get the final break. Sarah gets arrested on the murder of Veronica Schofield. So Michael, Sucre, Lincoln and Mahone basically come up with this master plan to break her out. They break her out. But Michael inadvertently, well not inadvertently, has to sacrifice himself here in order for the door to open. He electrocutes himself. He dies. Sarah escapes. They watch the tape. We're free now. Good night. 2-1. The ending of Season 4. It's a clusterfuck. Also some great scenes with Teabag and the General in jail. May I add, did not like the female prison though. But aye guys, that is Season 4. It's always enjoyable, Prison Break, right? Even when it's batshit crazy and bad, like you'll never not be entertained by it. But I feel like this season, it kind of went off the rails, but was entertaining. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It definitely is like the weakest season. I prefer it over 3, but like from an actual like structured point of view, I definitely still like prefer 3 in that way. But anyway, guys, till next time, leave your thoughts down below. I will give this a 6 out of 10. And until then, peace.